you have to say.
How about this? Advice for getting booked. This is probably another question from one of the people that talked to Eerie after her set.
A listener question.
And it's advice for getting booked.
How
about you be funny in front of an audience? That's usually the best way.
It's pretty much the way to make it happen.
If you make an audience laugh or even a booker laugh, because you can also be a favorite amongst comics and not be funny to an audience and still get booked. I've seen it happen. You can that's pretty much it. That's the best advice.
All right. Kamiko is not interested in that at all.
It's fine. I mean, she's not trying to get booked, so I understand.
No, she's not trying to get booked.
Yeah.
And that's kind of. Do you have any? Where are we at, Grimes? Where are we at?
38 minutes. That's good. That's fine.
That's probably fine.
We can leave them wanting. Not anymore? But
no. Did you bring any topics? Am I the only one?
Why would I bring a topic? I just love
prepare
shitting on yours.
for his own.
I love shitting on yours. I brought the great Matthew Quirk epic tale.
Okay.
And I think I delivered that one with grace and
energy.
It was wonderful.
Energy.
Tonight is here's the topic. Tonight is the very last episode of Game of Thrones.
Yay! You don't watch it.
No, but Molly does, and is very.
Molly, can I tell you a joke that I wrote that I can't say?
Ring the bell.
I can't say the joke. I can't say the joke, and this is why. Okay, so do you know Hodor? Hodor.
She knows who Hodor.
So Wait, Hodor. No, I have to tell a joke. So Hodor, right? Hodor, just for people like the people, everyone in the room.
Yell at the hoe when you want her to open the door.
Yeah.
Ho door.
Exactly.
So
Molly's. So Hodor, the whole thing with Hodor is that he only says Hodor, and it's because at one point
sounds like lazy writing. That's what that does.
Okay, so what happened was because somebody said hold the door. And there were monsters coming, and he was holding the door.
Where does this fucking show take this?
Let her tell the joke. Just let me finish. Oh my God! Again with
sounds like a bad.
I don't think you don't need to explain Hodor. Just tell the joke.
No, I do need to explain Hodor.
Hodor.
No, everybody watches it.
Hold the door, but now it's Hodor.
He was holding the door, and now he says Hodor, and that's all he says. Because he was like, hold the door, hold the door.
This is an actual character?
Yes. I'm not joking. Yeah, and then he just says Hodor.
His post-traumatic stress is
exactly.
You watched this?
I've watched it.
You watched this too?
I
didn't know you watched this.
Unlike you, he's actually helping me.
I didn't know you watched this show.
So Hodor, right? So here's the thing. So we were just saying, I was thinking that if it was a black guy, it would have been Hodor. And
oh God,
that
was what we waited for.
And it was terrible. It was terrible. And I've been trying to give this joke to
Dave. Did you hope that was going to be better,
no,
or did you know? No. Did you know and anticipate that it would never be as good as you would thought?
It would have been Hody-Do, and I just want you to know. The thing is, I've been trying to give this joke to black comedians, and no one watches. None of them.
Have some
because black folks don't watch Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
No, it's not
even
true.
my
There are black
dorky
dudes that
even
watch
my
Game of
dorky
Thrones.
is Cedric. Like I have some dorky. Like they say they're nerds.
I'm sure Cedric would love to be considered dorky.
Oh my God, are you kidding? He does fucking Harry Potter jokes.
He said so.
He does Harry Potter jokes, obviously. But anyway, can't give the joke away. And now the show's gonna be over, so it doesn't even matter. Such a good joke. Can't do it. Can't do it. Oh, can I also tell you something else? I am in.
Yeah, the dog says
thanks,
no.
Godzilla. I am in a comedy festival competition in Dallas, and in my show, I'm going up against it's like 9 other people from all over the country, and I'm the only white girl. It's all black folks, and I'm the only white girl representing Oakland, California. What? And that's
kind of funny.
That's fucking
the only
funny
white girl, and she's representing Oakland.
I'm representing Oakland. There's someone awesome. From like Illinois, Ohio, like
you
the
represent
whitest
Oakland today. Yes,
fucking
I think
places
right.
in the world.
Right. There you go.
Gentrified Oakland. There we go.
Oakland right now.
So everything I say, you just have to hit me back. It's why did I feed you?
Nah, it's fine.
All right. Sean, did you want to talk about anything? Because you are our guest, and you're in. How many bands are you in? Wow, his wife doesn't want to know how many bands
there's a
he's
funny
in.
thing about why Hiroko had hit the bell right now because recently we were somewhere and she said that I talk too much. So I have the habit of when we're trying to leave a place and I go to say goodbye to everybody, I end up in a little conversation with a person and it takes longer to leave. And she's like, "You talk too much," and so I'm trying to curb that, but it's tough.
Wait, what'd you say?
Molly is going to give her the bell so she can keep the bell with her. So every time we're trying to leave,
I'll get you a second.
We'll get you a little bell. We're gonna get.
I'll get you a second.
We'll get my wife a little bell.
Just keep it in your
to
bag.
Chime
pull it out,
so she can tell me to.
Well, that is true, Sean. I gave you a ride to a show one time, and it was 40 minutes, and you talked the entire time.
Did I really?
Yeah, and
was it as bad as Dave doing that in the car? Because Dave does that in the car too.
He does that.
You do the same thing.
Dave does it too.
You know what? None of
I'm
you.
surprised I got any words.
All of you never
in today.
shut the fuck up. All right? How about that? But none. I haven't heard. Nobody sat here and been like, "What do you want to talk about?" Oh, okay. Oh fuck! Oh god!
Oh, was me talking? The longest Dave goes without talking is me talking.
Yes,
great.
Thank you. So it's not just me, and I'm really excited that I got anything. And you notice I was kind of like rushing whatever I wanted to say.
It's just an American attribute.
I
think Hiroko would probably agree. Americans just never shut the fuck up. How about that? Well, no, you're American now too. But yeah.
Welcome.
So welcome to the club.
Welcome.
Yeah, you'll be talking. You're gonna be talking. You'll be talking too, Hiroko. Watch.
You
any day now.
You do talk a lot, and you rant.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was a silent stand-up comedian. What you were looking for?
Yeah, I was looking for like a
you want
quiet,
a fucking mime?
Like a mime comedian.
Yeah,
2 words.
I'll just do fucking ASL shit. How about that? Yeah, I'll fucking talk with my hands.
2 words. First word.
Anybody in this? Yeah, we do this stupid comedy
word,
thing.
More about me. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
get into smoke signal comedy. Fucking.
I had a heckler tell me that.
You talk too much?
I had a heckler stumble up to the stage way super drunk and say you're talking too much.
Oh.
Well,
that was great.
That doesn't make any sense.
It does. He's saying he needs to have more punchlines. Maybe that's probably what he's trying to say.
That's definitely not what she was saying.
Oh, you don't think so?
I'm
so?
guaranteed.
Dave, can I ask you a
question? Well,
if
she was laughing, do you think she would say that you were talking?
She
too
wasn't
much?
even in the place for 30 seconds.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Wait, was this the one at
the Growler?
The Growler.
Yeah,
No, that was a different. That was a total bitch. Nah, she just
All right, I have a question. Dave, so you constantly kind of belch.
Brilliant answer.
That's
Brilliant
terrific.
answer.
That's super classy. You pretty much tell all your friends that we are not good at comedy. Is that just because you are scared of our talent?
That was funny. That was funny.
Thank you. I've gotten 2 applause breaks, so I don't know what y'all are thinking.
Applause breaks don't equate to laughs. They were laughing though. That was a laugh. There was a laugh.
That's good.
That was
and
a good
so
laugh.
we are funny, right? Because you do book us on your shit. So I assume.
Did you see who I book on my fucking show
Oh,
sometimes?
it's so sad.
Bar's low. I mean, I'm not saying that you guys are a low bar. I'm just saying
I can't give him limbo under that.
I encourage new comics in my rooms, and I also encourage experienced comics in my rooms. So I prefer to work with people.
But how about funny comics? Are you into funny comics?
Funny's subjective. You guys have been funny, but there's things about you that are funny. Things about you that I think comedy's funnier sometimes when it ain't funny, but that's just me. And
Dave does laugh at things that are.
I laugh at real moments.
True.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I laugh at pain.
Wow.
And when somebody's bombing,
I
Dave
have a
is
good time.
laughing the hardest.
I have a good time. Well, we have. I wouldn't be. I mean, I'm not laughing out loud because you want to make sure they hear the bomb. But when there was last night.
You want to be able to hear a
last
pin
night,
drop?
one of my
Is that
favorite moments doing the Oakland Comedy Dash. Shout out to Samson
how was
Colette
that?
Carr. It was really fun. But not everybody did well on the shows. I didn't see all the sets though. But most the comics that I know who do well did well.
Mm-hmm.
But there were some people that I didn't know. One which seemed like probably had better shows or better sets earlier in the night. I just didn't know them, and the first sets that I got to finally see didn't go as well as I was thinking they might. But one comic who was on it, Daoud, formerly David Namyar, who's a solid local comic. He had a good set at Awaken Cafe that I caught before I went up, and my favorite part of it though, he was doing well. He's doing his jokes. He's Mr. Woke Middle Eastern shit, but he does one joke about somebody coming up to him, and it's funny. You have a joke that has a similar fucking thing.
Oh, good. I hope you stole it from
where
me.
the punchline was being it's not the same joke. It's not the same joke, but they are the same terrible concept of
Such a dick.
two little people in a raincoat equaling a person. And his punchline.
Are you kidding me?
No, he had a punchline.
No, that's
he had a
fucked up.
punchline to one of those to his joke being that, and no one laughed at it.
Good, because
and it was hilarious.
I've been telling my little person joke for fucking.
No, but you have a different. You have your whole thing is being condescending. Like you suggest that, knowing it's a bad idea.
No,
and
I
knowing
didn't
it
know
would
it was a bad
offend,
idea. I
knowing it would
actually went up
offend
to
the little person.
No.
Okay,
and then
just
and
so
then
you
your
know.
punchline really
Her
is, did
joke,
you
she
know that
doesn't-
little people
Wait,
have
her joke-
average size anger? Like that's
Well,
the punchline.
that's what makes it because
That's-
in her joke
it's-
she doesn't realize that
your,
that's a
your
bad idea.
No.
Your character's condescending.
I want you to know I actually went up to two people.
That's a
two
dumb-
little
no.
people, and I said, "Have you ever done the Little Rascals thing?"
Oh,
and
Remember
I thought
when
it was,
she said
and they
her-
fucking laughed. They laughed.
Remember when she said
And
about
then-
lying?
They're a
earlier?
shitty audience. I don't know. I can
I
tell
said,
you, but
"Awesome, I'm gonna do the joke."
I'm
then
kidding. Then
And-
fine. If it worked on them, you got.
So that's a true story.
Yes.
She, Grimes was telling us earlier. There's things that she gets away with saying, but that doesn't mean you should say it on stage. But that
I'm
in that
sorry,
case,
that
you got away
joke
with.
hits
You
every
do
time.
well. You do well with that joke. That's fine. Daoud, where his punchline was the punchline
It
to his
didn't
thing
work.
was saying that it was two little people in a raincoat.
Okay.
And crickets
Didn't
from
work.
the fucking, and he
Well,
was having a good set.
I'm
that
glad
it should have been
that
rolling
that-
laughter, and then he rolled into that one, and
I'm
it got nothing, and it
Actually,
was
glad
hilarious.
that happened because
I love seeing a
because
stone wall get
my
hit. That was fun.
little people
He
under
knew
a
it, too.
raincoat joke I've been doing for so long, and I know he's seen it. So you should
It
be
wasn't.
careful.
Yeah, no. It's a cheap fucking concept. You're telling a story about something that actually happened.
It actually
It's
happened.
as a horrible.
Well, they didn't do it, but I did
know.
ask them.
You
I
know.
did ask them. But I do a lot of stuff like that. Like it's anyway. It's not the point.
That's what you got to
It's-
do. You got to pull
we gotta
from. You got to pull from what you
we
know.
gotta change subject.
Mm.
How many bands are you in?
Hiroko, Hiroko
Four.
vetoed that question
But
ages
it
ago.
was different time.
Okay.
Different
All right.
time. I did.
I quit one recently.
You quit a band?
Yeah,
Which band
there
did
was
you quit?
five.
Quitter.
Which band you quit?
Insolence. I quit.
Oh, I didn't know that was. I thought that band was already like no longer allowed to be
Dave,
the name.
you
And
were-
Well, we had to. There was a name change and all that, but
Wasn't really
I
that
quit
active.
before we were able to even introduce
keep
the
going
new name.
the new concept. All right.
Dave, how many bands have you been in? You've been in
Too
100
many.
bands.
The bell's gonna get rung if I
600
answer that
bands.
question. No, it's
Well,
not.
no.
600
Oh yeah,
bands.
if you're, I'm in 4 currently.
Yeah,
That's not how many I've been in.
I've been in as many as 4 or 5 at one time. Yeah, like Sean is
crazy.
right now.
Yeah.
But
That's crazy.
Over the time, probably at least 10. I think
10.
I've been around 10 bands, probably more than that. So
That's cool. Well,
know about cool
how
is.
long
How many bands have you been in, Eerie?
yeah,
I have been in no bands.
Eerie. Ooh,
um,
wow,
Grimes,
been
how
in-
many bands have you been in?
He's been in no.
2 right on.
He has been in 2. One wasn't a real band, even though you got a booking and you never showed up because it wasn't an actual
Whoa,
band.
wait! You got booked for a show with a fictional band?
Yes.
How does that happen?
Because,
Sounds like that
because
open mic she went to that
what
one time
happened
and
was.
fucking got booked from.
Well, no, there was that guy.
you.
Well, did you hear the story
God
about that guy?
damn it!
That
How many
band
times do I have to tell you to fuck off in a fucking podcast? You know what? A friend of mine actually listened to this podcast. I know 4 people that have for sure listened to it, besides me. And he was like, "Are you and Mean Dave mad at each other?" And I said, "I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not.
never
You
mad
know
at
what?
you.
I'm not mad at you,
As
but-
one of the 4 people that listen to that
Did it
podcast,
sound like we were mad at each other?
I would advise that you don't pull back that curtain yet. As in the second
Yeah,
episode.
you already fucking ruined it. No, it already just got ruined right now.
He
Is this real?
He's
Is
always
this
mad.
real?
He's
That's
always
what.
mad at me.
Is
but
wrestling real?
It doesn't mean
Is
he
it
doesn't
all?
forgive me.
Is it real?
Is wrestling
Still real to me.
Did we go to the moon? Did we really go to the
Did
moon?
we go to the moon?
If you thought she was mad at me, then why would she buy us dinner again and invite us again to
'Cause-
come back here
because
again?
I'm
She likes to push buttons.
no, because I'm setting a
you know,
pattern so that when I
we-
poison you,
We know
it's
how
not
we
gonna
know how
seem
to piss
obvious.
each other off, and
I'm
it
setting
makes
a
for,
pattern. I'm gonna be like,
we
why
hope
would
it's-
I?
we hope it's
poison him?
entertaining.
Okay. Yes, Grimes was in a band, and okay.
Grimes doesn't want to hear about his band. Well, no, that's interesting though. That that he got booked with a fictional band because you heard about Taken. That guy Taken. Have you heard about that guy Taken? This guy got a whole tour booked based on fake. Instagram follows and fake and
I heard about that.
He made as if he had this band that was super huge.
It's true.
And he got a whole tour booked and got guarantees.
I can't even get people at my shows.
And got all this shit to happen. And it was totally he was bullshit.
He was the Mikey Gordon, if you remember Mikey Gordon, the wrestling guy locally who would book comedy tours and tell that he's got Comedy Central talent and all that, and he'd just be booking losers like me on the fucking thing that have not been on
don't
TV.
Call yourself a loser.
At the time, I mean, this is I'm just saying.
I know. You're so much elevated now.
No, I'm just saying
he's winning now. He's winning now.
This is what I get to. I can't say I'm not a loser in front of these fucking people. So
because they know you. Because they know you.
I end up he would book these people, and one of the people he booked a show with was our friend, and we all know him, Casey Williams, who books at Sally Tomatoes. So this guy was trying to pull the wool over his eyes, saying, "I've got this tour of Comedy Central talent, and and we need a guarantee of this, that, and the other." And they had an email back and forth, and then Casey hit me up because when I saw that one of the shows that we were doing on this little mini run was Sally Tomatoes, I'm like, "Oh, cool. At least I know Sally Tomatoes." And Casey hits me up and goes, "Hey, Dave, I saw you're on this show. Could I ask you a question? How well do you know this guy?" And he showed me the email exchange. I'm like, "Yeah, I had a feeling he was doing this kind of shit," because he basically was booking people that were the same caliber of talent that do the Free Tuesday show, and he was then asking for a guarantee based on this fucking huxter pitch that he had of Comedy Central, NBC, whatever approved talent.
I always like the word huxter.
Oh God, it's a good word. That's what this world of aspiring stand-up comedy breeds is a lot of false. It's a lot of used car salesmen that make.
I have noticed there is a lot of fake bravado.
Bullshit. It's bullshit.
A lot of people.
So much of
putting themselves.
It's a life
on
of
pedestal.
headshots. It's a bunch of headshots.
Yeah,
everybody.
There's a lot of
they got the fucking microphone in the picture. Look, I'm really doing it.
Or just having credits that you don't necessarily have, or getting introduced that you've done more than you've done. I've been introduced as seen in colleges,
clubs,
and theaters
all over.
everywhere.
They introduced me as being a regular at all the clubs, which I'm not. All the local clubs. I'm only a regular technically in 3, but 2 only, or no, 4. But I don't know, and I don't get booked at them that much.
Who gives a fuck? Yeah,
I give a fuck because it's dishonest.
It's dishonest.
It's dishonest.
Yeah, and that's where me and Dave definitely probably agree on a lot of things.
You guys don't
I don't like bullshit.
Is bullshit. You don't like people.
Bullshit.
We like real stuff, and it might be
it's the human equivalent of those photos where everybody's mouths agape, just where they open
the fake headshot
with their eyes wide open. Look at us, we're wacky. I hate those photos.
But some of that though is you kind of need that because of the business. There's
we don't. No, we don't at all. One bit. We've had it. It's in the history. It's in the lexicon of all the
So
comedy.
when they ask you for a headshot, what do you just?
I have headshots that I use that that have been ones. The one that I took that I use the most now was from Tourette's Without Regrets because they have a high definition camera with a backdrop, and I was like, I know some people that have used their photos from that as a headshot. I'm like, oh, I can just I just took one up close and then zoomed in on that, and it's got a cool background that matches my T-shirt. So yeah,
so
it's
Dave
flowers.
Dave hates the business. He hates.
I hate a lot of the business of.
He hates
show,
the business.
Well, there's a lot of fuckery in any
is.
business, and me and him have seen the fuckery for a long time.
Because
of the music.
Time. You've been doing this for 3 years.
That is a long
well, here's
time.
the thing: the fuckery that's in the music scene is the same fuckery that's in the comedy scene.
That's why you guys are sensitive to it.
No, I think in the DIY scene, they like to pride themselves on integrity, but even still, yes, there's an undercurrent of fuckery all the time.
The DIY scene. What is that?
Do-it-yourself scene. That's like
I know, but I'm saying you're in the comedy.
Do it yourself. DOIT. No, sorry.
Don't be a dick. So, thank you. No, I mean like the DIY comedy scene. Is that what you're saying?
No,
I'm talking about music. Music.
Oh,
scene.
music.
The fuckery in the DIY scene.
The DIY comedy scene actually is probably one of the most the most integrity you will see in the comedy scene.
It's interesting, huh?
In the sense that but the odd thing is that even though it's do it yourself, that doesn't mean that it's that's not their aim. Their aim is all of the motherfuckers that are trying to do comedy today all keep talking about the same dumb fucking goal. Like, well, when I'm famous, I'm like, you're not going to be famous.
You're not going to be
Nobody's
famous.
going to be famous
You're
because
not gonna be
that
famous.
day is over.
That day's over.
It's gone. There's not, even if you're internet famous, you're not really famous. There's no such thing as fame at the level that it used to be because it's a different time now with technology, with just the way the landscape
Even when
works.
you listen to
You get on TV,
big time
yeah.
big name comedy podcast, even they are saying how saturated it is and how many people are out there, how many people are doing comedy.
And there's good comics too.
And those guys are monsters. You know what I mean?
And they're
You know,
not. They're,
and, you know.
your most famous comics are not household names. So that why would you even think that you stand a chance at cracking any of that shit? It's fucking delusional.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well be trying to win the lottery.
Goal? What's your goal here?
I'm a working comic.
you
I
just
like
wanna
being a working
live
comic. Yeah,
to-
I like being a working comic.
You just want to go out there, do what you love.
I want to
make
keep
money.
making
enough money to live
I want
and
to
be
keep
good.
making.
And
I want to rise. It'd be nice to have a TV credit or whatever, or more
Yeah.
or movie credit. I have a movie credit of a movie that nobody gives a shit about, but still, it's something I did.
well, it was like a porno or
No, it was a real
okay.
movie. It was an
a real
independent movie. I mean, but
An
it's a real movie.
independent
It's on
movie. No.
Amazon Prime, so it's
no,
not.
that's cool. I should actually.
It's not good, but I mean, it's not
Oh,
that bad either. I mean,
wow,
it's not.
that's-
I don't say. I don't want to offend anybody, but it's like
It's all right.
It's not the best movie in the world, but it's not. I don't hate it. I think it's all right.
All right.
My scenes are all right in it. So,
Well, of course.
yeah, because I'm great.
Fucking. How long have we been fucking doing this? Fucking.
Plenty of time. We've been done. We've been done for a while, right, Grimes? Yeah,
Oh, we're
59.
good. We're good. All right, let me cue up the music.
Harassing successful comics has
They
been
don't
on the
wanna
show.
do it.
So.
They don't want to do it.
No, you don't have to
Well,
do
hold
it on
Let
Twitter.
me-
You harass me all the time.
Yeah.
I heard you guys mention this on the last
Yes.
podcast. What is the intent of harassing such?
So my idea
prove
was
that no one cares
So I had
on
this
Twitter,
idea. No, you need.
No,
to,
I just want to hear her concept.
No, my concept is that
beef.
if we start a beef with
Just said the words. I'm sorry.
if we okay, shut the fuck up. So if we start a Twitter war with a very successful comic, maybe then people will see the war and then they'll get our name.
Oh,
out there.
I see what you're trying to do.
But no one wants to do it, and so I just put it on there because
Why don't you? I've said, go ahead,
just-
try.
I know, but
Try.
It's
See what you can. And you
I'm
don't
gonna-
Who
even
did
want
you
to
have
do
in
it.
mind?
It's your idea.
So,
Next time.
but I would think you
You
putting
don't
this
even have
there, you have in mind somebody that you want to harass, and who is that?
Who would be?
who would I harass?
I would say Gary Goldman and his fucking hundreds of tips of comedy.
Those are great tips, though.
Oh God, no,
I don't
they're
know who
not.
that
A lot of
is.
those are really cool.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I don't know.
man.
well, now you just started harassing him. Then
No,
I'm gonna.
I'm not
put
gonna. I already
something-
tried, and guess what? I got one
What?
like. I told you about this last
You
show.
got a
Martin
like.
Marufo.
Yeah, that's
Martin
true.
Marufo was the only one when I antagonized him about punchline closing the old
Oh
location.
yeah.
And he doesn't even respond to that.
So this is what I. So next time I'm actually gonna have something prepared. I want to like harass like Bill Burr or somebody cool.
Good luck with that shit. He won't. He, ain't
He
gonna
doesn't
respond.
pay attention.
You never
yeah.
know.
He'll
No,
only
he's-
respond to sports shit, or you're not gonna get a rise out
A
of
lot
any
of the
those.
bigger
Right.
guys
The best ones
don't
to-
respond.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep doing this.
And they,
You
they
have
respond
to-
to Ask Hissery or
You have
Or-
to find a.
Thank you.
you have to find a.
All right. This
not-
is.
it's not gonna-
This is.
not
this
gonna
has
happen.
been-
Molly's on Twitter all the time.
All right. This is the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for listening.
If you made it this far, I
If
don't
you
think
even,
I
I'm sure
doubt
you didn't. You're probably.
Yeah,
Thank
wised
you
up.
for listening to another terrible podcast. We live
I'm
up
glad
to
you-
our.
God off.
I'm glad
we
you
live
figured
up.
that out.
We live up to our name, by the
Did
way.
you see that she was holding the phone up?
Shut the fuck up,
Because that's
Sean.
playing the thing.
We
Oh, but
listen-
as opposed to the
Speaker,
speaker.
Yeah, we listen.
She's
It's
Never
blonde,
mind.
You know, I
We,
don't know if
we
you knew that.
definitely live up to our name. It's a terrible podcast by comics. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sean
Thank you for
Boyles.
dinner.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Molly
everybody.
and Hiroko, Grimes, our engineer. Thank you.
Godzilla, you don't get any
Thank-
credit whatsoever.
Thank you,
Godzilla
Godzilla.
gets
Thank
all
you,
the
Mena
credit.
Dave, for being you. And I'm Eerie Diamond. Thank you so much, guys.
We are free.